I'm here with Ace from Gaming Gladiators at Riyadh Masters. We're going to have a bit of a chat about the journey that he has taken to be here today as a pro player. But firstly, Ace, how are you feeling today?
I'm a little bit tired, but besides that, I'm feeling pretty good.
You guys got in pretty late last night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I had a hard time sleeping. Usually when I sleep in a new place, also a bit jet lagged, it's just woke up a lot.
Okay, bad mix of everything, but hopefully we can get off to a good start for Media Day for you. But I want to know that, how did you originally get started in Dota? Like, what was it that gave you the itch to play this game and keep playing this game?
It's a long time ago. I think first game I played was when I was either 11 years old or 12. And I was kind of just, my brother was playing it first. And as a little brother, you always kind of follow your big bro. So he was playing the game and I just also started picking up and playing it. Mm-hmm. I think that's how I got started.
Yeah. Did you guys play together, or was it like a one computer type situation and you would only get on when he wasn't playing it?
Yeah, that's actually, it started out like that, only one PC.
Yeah.
But later down the road, we both had a PC and we played some together, but it was also just competitive. We always had a lot of competition between each other.
So the competitive drive started from a young age then?
Yeah, like very young.
Very young.
Always against my brother and everything.
There's a lot to do with that. I know that, when I look back at your Wikipedia, it says the first pro team that you were on was all the way back in 2012, which is quite a number of years ago. But would you have classed yourself as a pro player all the way back then? Or when exactly, what team or what year would you say that you felt like you're actually a professional Dota player?
Well, I don't know exactly what it says on Wikipedia right now.
Okay, that's bad.
Like, I feel
you
like...
mean you don't Google yourself every day?
I remember there's a lot of teams. But I also feel like there's missing a lot of teams.
Okay.
Yeah. But like if I think back, my first pro team was actually on my brother's team. I kind of just got picked up as like mostly like a standing to begin with. Mm-hmm. I think it was called NE Pencha.
Okay. But is that when you felt like you were a pro player, or did that come much later in your career?
I mean, I guess as soon as I started earning a little bit of money, you could say I don't know if you would call that pro.
Yeah, you still even then wouldn't have felt that like...
Not really. It's not like I could live off it at all or anything like that. But
yeah.
I think when I became pro was probably around like Danish Bears times, where we actually started winning tournaments and having decent earnings from that.
So the first, second, third time you joined Danish Bears, because you jumped a lot between that team.
That's true. No, I think the first, basically the team has had a lot of names.
Yeah.
Like, and there's been a lot of different Danish people in it. Like, but the one with Baby Knight and me and Hester Joe and Neuer and Rice.
Okay, that was it. That's the sort of time in history that you pinpoint as, yeah, this is it. This is going to work out for me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I love that. A lot of people would almost call not you an overnight success, right? But it feels like you kind of had this rise in popularity out of nowhere. But what was the lead up to that, and how did you navigate yourself to be on the team that you are today?
I mean, I'm sure it looks like it was just an overnight thing, right? Mm. But I guess it happened when I got picked up by Secret from Danish Bears. But before that, there was like a long history. There's like insane amount of teams and small tournaments played and like all this stuff for like a long time before I got to Secret.
And how did the Secret come about? How did that opportunity happen for you?
Well, I think we were doing pretty well in Danish Bears. Like we played so many small tournaments. I remember we had like 80% win rate at some point. Wow.
Puppy just cold called you. He's just like, hey man, do you want to come over to Secret?
I think I just got a message somewhere that Puppy has added you or something. He just want to talk.
Wow.
And then you kind of know, oh, okay, cool. And then you just kind of can't like say no to that opportunity, right? Or like you wouldn't, even though sometimes I still feel like I would have also liked to play with Danish Bear for a while, because it was just a really nice team to be on, and like we had such a good time.
But the vibes were just very different between Danish Bears and Team Secret.
Oh yeah. Very different, yeah.
All right. Then the other thing that changed quite late, or quite recently, I should say, late on in your career, is the role you were playing. You know, you were playing carry for so long, and now you're playing in the off lane. When did that change happen for you? Like, when did you know you wanted to make that change, and what was the reasoning behind it?
I mean, basically, to be honest, the offlane is not that new to me. Because when I started out, as I talked about earlier, about on my brother's team, and also back in the days, with some of the early Danish stacks, I also played offlane.
Okay. So if anything, you actually went from offlane to carry, had to make that adjustment, and then you're like, offlane's really natural to me.
Yeah, basically. But also, I also played in pops. I almost played only mid for like so many years. So I kind of played a lot of offlane and mid and carry. But the reason I made the change was that like me and Tofo, we were lane partners, and we wanted to lane together. But we were kind of creating a new team, and there was just no offlane players. I felt like, or like we felt like. But there was a lot of carry players, good carry players, but no offlane players. And so I also thought that I'm getting a bit up in the years. And honestly, I think that's just my personal opinion, but like being a mid player and carry player gets a bit harder the older you get.
Oh, okay. How
I actually think so. I think it has something to do with a mindset of that you kind of want to be the star player. Mm-hmm. And like you really want to show that everybody, like you're very competitive. You want to show I'm the best, or like show yourself, right? You're new, young and new, and like, and that mentality just fits best as a mid player and a carry player also. Whereas when you go to offlane or like even support, it's like you're more like supporting the team in a way, like from the shadows kind of. And I think it just fits better now. Like I wouldn't want to go back to carry now.
Okay. Kind of dedicated to offlane for life now.
Yeah. I think so.
I love that. And you know, that actually is also really good, because one of the questions that I have written down for you, and I know it might be a bit controversial, is do you think you're the best Danish pro player? Not even just current, but maybe even in the history of Dota. It's tough. I said it'd be controversial.
I mean, I would always say I have like, I mean, I could think of one other player is just Crit basically.
Okay.
Which I think we always have this rivalry. And I feel like I'm supposed to say, yeah, I'm just better. Yeah, like I would say so, yeah. I believe in myself, you know?
Yeah, you're gonna back yourself a little bit.
I have to have this mentality.
Yeah, you do. I just know that you guys are very like nationalistic. You love to support just Danish people in general. So that's why I thought I'd throw you under the bus a little bit with that one. No, I'm glad you liked it. More questions though about this progress in your career. Is there anything that you would change in hindsight? You mentioned a little bit that you would have liked to stay with Danish Bears for a little bit longer, but going back in time, would you actually change that at all?
No, because like the opportunity was there and like it grew me a lot. Like it was good. Of course, I was supposed to take it, and it was good for me. I think there was some times where I took some break, not really from Dota, but just competitive stuff. Like kind of wasted a couple of years, I feel like, where I was also really good and like I didn't really need to waste those years. But at the same time, I was also just kind of exhausted a little bit. So maybe that was also what I needed.
Hard to find that balance. But Ace, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I really appreciate it, and good luck in this tournament.